Hi everyone. I wasn't even going to address this because for me it was just a whatever moment, but a few days later everybody is still talking about Adam Lambert's performance at the American Music Awards. And I will tell you first off that I am not an Adam Lambert fan. I did like that song, but I'm not an Adam Lambert fan. But I don't, he had the whole androgyny thing going on. And I don't understand what the big deal was. He didn't do anything wrong. Madonna did the same thing back in the 80s. But 20 or 30 years later, a guy does it, and all of a sudden people are calling it moral degradation. They're calling it disgusting. I don't see anything wrong with what he did. I just don't get what the big deal is. Because if he had just kissed women and bit on women, nobody would have said a word. But it's because of the guys. But Madonna could do it back in the 80s, and people were like, oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. Madonna could kiss Britney Spears at the AMAs or wherever it was she did it. And people were like, oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. But let Adam Lambert turn around and do it. And no, he's not Madonna, and I'm not putting him in the same stature as Madonna, but I just don't see anything wrong with what he did. Sure, he is from American Idol, which has a clean-cut image, but quite frankly, think about it. He's gone from a competition with 12 people to competing in the music industry against thousands of people. So sure, he's going to have to do things to try and sell records, and you can't fault him for that. I mean, he probably just sold 1 million records, so good for him. But I can't understand why everybody is making such a huge deal out of this. Because I'll guarantee you, if a woman had done that, y'all would have been talking about how hot she was and how hot her performance was and how awesome it was. But because it's a guy, it just seems like there's a whole double standard going on here, and I just don't get it. I think it's just wrong that we are so quick to think that he is at fault. The only thing I think that he is guilty of, and I think this was a huge mistake on his part, but probably, it's probably not going to affect him, is saying that it was impromptu because he got carried away and it was not rehearsed. Okay, I'm sorry, but his dancers knew what to do and they knew when to do it. And I do not believe that any part of that performance was impromptu or unrehearsed. Still, that being said, I really hope he doesn't make a public apology. I really hope he doesn't, because I don't think he's done anything wrong. He has nothing to apologize for. He didn't do anything that wasn't done long before he came along. He's just in the unfortunate position of being a guy. And sure, he did it on primetime TV, but you know what? Flip through your channels. There's a lot worse things on primetime TV than a guy dancing around in a suit, fully clothed, and maybe doing a couple risque things, but who friggin' cares? Like I said, for me it was a whatever moment. Anyway, until next time, talk to you later.